Where am I? Who are you? What do you mean, who am I? Who are you? What have you done? You expect me to believe that I just randomly appeared here. You expect me to believe that I just randomly appeared here, right as I was about to deliver the final blow and defeat the Tyrant King that has been tormenting my people for generations. I just happened to disappear and reappear somewhere completely different. What are you even wearing? What are those clothes? How do you expect to defend yourself in combat wearing something like that? No, 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 no. You do not get to pull me away from everything and everyone I've ever known and criticize me. You still haven't answered my question, and I think I'm entitled to a couple of answers, don't you? Then tell me, where am I and how do I get back? What's a Seattle? You brought me to a land of eternal rain. That just further proves that you're working with that tyrant. Why else would you bring me, the most powerful fire sorceress in the world, to a city of eternal rain right when I'm about to defeat him? This feels like I've been imprisoned, and I do not take kindly to that. So, what? By sheer coincidence, you stumbled onto the perfect book with the perfect spell. You expect me to believe that's all a coincidence? Because I really don't see how it could be. Well, you are dressed very strange. Still, there's no way such a coincidence could ever happen. I refuse to believe it. This all must be some sort of illusion. That's it, isn't it? It's an illusion. I may not be able to break through illusions, but I can burn through just about everything else. So you're going to start talking, or you're going to start screaming. Take your pick. How do I get back? Either you are a very skilled actor, or you really are telling the truth, because you are not reacting like someone who's used to seeing magic. Of course, I literally said I was a sorceress. Did you not hear that? Were you not paying attention? That is so many levels of rude, especially if it really was an accident. No, I've decided I don't believe you. This all must just be an illusion, and I will have to find a way. My way to deal with that type of thing. What? You haven't had a king? Ever? No, that can't be right. These... well, maybe not these lands. My land has been ruled by the same family of nobles for a very long time. And I don't even know why I'm telling you this. You already know it. You're an agent for them. Why? Why would I be careful when I could use my magic to get actual answers from you? People are very loyal until their skin starts to burn. You know? I've just had an interesting thought, and I wonder if you'd be willing enough to indulge me. It's very simple. I don't belong here. And you either brought me here by accident or intentionally. If it was intentional, you can send me back, and you refuse. And in that case, I will do what is necessary to encourage you to send me back. But on the other hand, if you really are telling the truth, I would be no better than that king, forcing others through threat of pain or death, well, painful death, to do what I want, and I refuse to stoop to that level. Well, so here's what we're going to do. I am going to trust, for the time being, that this really all was just a mistake, an accident. And you are going to explain to me what the hell you were doing for the past 10 minutes that could have resulted in such a ridiculously convenient and coincidental set of timing and circumstance. Well, you had better start thinking, because my patience does not last forever. I've been very upfront with you. Then prove it. Prove it to me. Library. What is a library? If I were in your shoes, I wouldn't be laughing at the person who has threatened to do whatever is necessary to get home. Especially when they still suspect you had a heavy hand in things. I didn't actually expect you to apologize for that. I'm a little impressed. Make that one point in the column of you are being very honest and truthful. You know what? You're right. I will apologize for assuming you had any sort of malicious intent, and for my attitude when I first arrived here. I do expect you to understand that as a fire sorceress, my temperament tends to be very much, heated. You might want to choose your words more carefully. I still haven't fully decided if I trust you. So, library, this place where they store how many books? No, you must be joking. Oh, I find it very hard to believe that so many books could even exist. How do you protect them from the annual book purging? Surely such a book-focused facility would be subject to incredible amounts of investigation. No, every year, all of the books are rounded up that are not approved by the king and thrown into a big fire and burned. Yes, well, it's not exactly by choice I grew up in the land of fire mana. You work with what you've got. So this library, this totally real and not at all made up building with thousands upon thousands upon thousands of books and every subject imaginable, had what? This ancient tome you used to pull me through time and space? Is that it? Let me see it. No, I'm not going to burn it. Where would you get an idea like that? I disapprove of almost every single thing the king has done, including burning books. Just because I have fire magic. Well, it's not racist, but it's, oh, there's not really a word for it. It's magic disciplinism, maybe? I don't know. Any books that might have had that knowledge are long since gone. But you just so happen to have an incredibly ancient and powerful book with the power to summon beings with my level of strength from across dimensions, from across time and space. And you just coincidentally happen to find this today and read it right as I was about to finally get my revenge. Well, it's an awful lot of coincidences, don't you think? How can I really, honestly believe that such a thing could even happen? A book like this, in a building full of books, which is absolutely a real thing. Sure. And you just so happen to pick this one book on this specific day and bring me at this specific time to this specific place. Well, because I don't. I don't. Oh, relax. I'm not going to do anything to you. The circumstances are incredibly suspicious, but based on the energy I'm reading from this book, and the energy I've been reading from you since we've been talking, I don't believe you had anything to do with it. My question to you is, who recommended this book? Nobody. So you just walked in, picked this out of the thousands upon thousands upon thousands of other books. Why? What about this book stood out to you? A prominent display. Well, then it sounds like our culprit is whoever set it on display. I do wonder, who's in charge of this library? Someone in charge of so much knowledge must be an incredibly powerful ruler. You must be joking, but you look completely serious. They trust random people who are not even trained to maintain archives of that magnitude. How the hell has society survived here? How has knowledge continued to be passed down? None of this makes any sense. Not any of it. Why? Because if such a thing were possible, and I mean, you seem honest enough, but if such a thing were possible, if so much knowledge is at the fingertips of everyone, how does the ruler stay in charge? Okay, so hold on. Let me make sure I understand this correctly, because none of this makes any sense. So what you're telling me is that you, an average citizen of the Kingdom of Seattle, have the ability to go and scour through countless tomes of ancient knowledge. But most people never even take advantage of that. And the people in charge knowingly allow such repositories of knowledge to exist, knowing that the people will not use it. And these people in charge remain in charge without restricting knowledge on their subjects. Wait, hold on. The people get to choose who is in charge? Okay, now I know you're just making things up. There's no way a society could function like that. What would happen if the people no longer want that ruler to be in charge, but they are still in charge, technically, and just refuse to leave? It's not my concern. I'm not interested with establishing a new system of government after I deal with that king. I just want to get rid of him for everything he's done. You know, I think I have a theory brewing in my mind. Oh, I can let you in on it, definitely. You see, it sounds to me Like, magic does in fact work here in Seattle. Because you were able to pull me from my land with this book when you, by your own admittance, did not even believe magic was real. So you cannot be a highly trained sorcerer. There's no way. But magic is real, and it does exist. Clearly, I'm here. So, the people in charge of this library must have been told by someone who understands magic to put this book in a display case? Just out where anyone could take it and walk off. That's how you treat your magical artifacts here in Seattle. Alright then. Well, either way, it sounds to me like someone here has strong ties to the kingdom, the ruling king of my land. Which means that my mission won't be over until I deal with them as well. I need you to take me to this library. I wish that I did. Maybe with practice I can, but right now my magic is limited to fire. So, I'm going to go to this library. You're going to take me there, and I'm going to find whoever's in charge, and I'm going to get my answers out of them. There goes my temper. Again, I suppose. I want to apologize to you for that. I did suspect you, but in the circumstances, can you really blame me? You know, another reason why I am quite confident you did not know what you were doing, and it really was an accident after all. I've seen the way you keep looking at me. Yes, scared of the fire, that's normal. But come on, I'm not exactly wearing a lot of clothing. You take me to this library, and I will repay the favor. How does this sound to you? Of course, it's getting hot in here. I'm here. Fire magic. We can always raise the temperature later. Does this sound like a good deal to you? I would think that it does. Excellent. Well then, I need to give you some sort of title. No, you do. You do. I was general. I guess I still am. So, that would make you what? My scout? No, not really. I'm not much of a soldier. Scribe. Yes, my scribe. Because you know where all of the tomes are kept. Well then, my wonderful scribe. You help me, and I will help you. And I think the both of us will be better off. You know, I think this could be the spark of something wonderful. After you. No, I can wear this. It's fine. It's not raining right now, is it? Oh. Maybe some clothing would be a good idea then. I don't know what you're holding, and I would not even begin to know how to put that on. I'm gonna need your help. Like you aren't dying to get your hands on me. Hello, everyone. Star here. And thank you for listening into this video, audio, video kind of thing. So, this is gonna make, excuse me, this is gonna make 2 weeks in a row where my Friday video has been the result of 2 polls that I put out in my community post. And I've just kind of started calling it, you know, in my head mentally, Fan Friday. So, happy Fan Friday, I guess. This week we had a pyromancer, who looks like she does 5,000 sit-ups every fucking minute of the day. Holy shit. And, so that was our picture. And then I had a couple of ideas that I put up. And what ultimately won was accidentally doing this, you know, ancient, powerful summoning ritual. But there was another idea on there that stuck in my brain that I really liked. The general trying to defect from an army and overthrow the evil government. Or something to that effect, right? And I love that so much, I kind of just threw that one in there as well, even though it wasn't really the winner. But it felt like a great motivation, right? Because if, theoretically, I am this powerful sorceress trying to get revenge on the evil tyrant, and suddenly, right before I land the killing blow, I'm teleported to the mystical land of Seattle, the land of eternal rain, as a pyromancer. And the idea kind of struck me as I was recording, because improv, and it was so amazing and funny and perfect, I had to go with it. So, yeah, that's what we did. Now, I did do something a little different on this one, and that is a extension that will be posted exclusively on Patreon. In fact, by the time you're listening into this video, audio thing, by the time you're hearing this, it's already live. And if the story up to the point that I'm allowed to put on YouTube sounds fun and interesting, and you liked it, consider go checking it out, maybe. Obviously, no pressure. I'm not gonna summon an evil sorceress to come after you or anything, because I can't. I'm kidding, that's a joke. But this was fun, and hopefully, big hopefully, you guys like it as much as I liked making it. I've been kind of keeping a benchmark in my outros of how long these have been recording at, and including the Patreon extension, we are almost closing in on 40 minutes pre-editing, which is insane. But it feels great. It doesn't feel overwhelming, although I might regret this when I go to edit, because it's a lot of editing, but I don't think so. I think I'll still be having fun. Speaking of 40 minutes, that's it's a long time, so we're gonna go ahead and close it down now. Close it down like I'm a Walmart or something, whatever. Thank you for listening this far into the rambly outro. I tend to do that a lot. Oops. But thank you. Thank you for likes, comments, views, just everything, anything and everything. Thank you. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Mwah.